Hi guys, this is Tracy with Inside Pool Magazine. I'm here tonight with a young gun coming out of the state of Mississippi. Mississippi's hot right now with some of these kids. A lot of them are aging out of the 18 and under group category and going into the adult scene. As long as they're under 20 years old, I'm trying to make enough effort to make sure I'm including them in a lot of things. Coming up next is a young gun, like I said, coming out of the state of Mississippi. His name is Aiden Williams. He got back from Texas not long ago playing Billy Thorpe, and he's going to give us a little insight on how that was for him. I'm going to run that promo video, and then we're going to let Aiden tell his story. Up next, young gun coming out of the state of Mississippi, Aiden Williams. Hey, Aiden. Sorry, it got away from me.
It's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Aiden Williams out of the state of Mississippi. Where are you filming from this afternoon, Aiden?
My living room at my grandparents' house.
Okay. All right. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you, Aiden?
I'm 17.
And are you currently enrolled in school?
Yes, ma'am. Senior.
And where do you go to school?
Cleveland Central High School.
Well, we appreciate them giving you a little bit of downtime instead of sitting in class all the time so you can cultivate this craft you've got going on. Something interesting about Aiden as well is you have a job that you go to after school. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How many hours are you working after school?
Weekly or daily?
Let's go weekly.
I'd say I'm putting in 15 to 20.
15 to 20 hours. How are your grades looking?
They're good. A's and B's.
Oh, good, good. Do you intend on furthering your education after high school, or are you planning on making pool a career?
Yes, ma'am. I plan on going to college up at Northwest.
Okay. And what aspirations do you have? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Right now, I'm shooting for pool, but if that doesn't work out, I'm going in for IT, information technology.
Okay. Sounds like a good career. Sounds like a good career. Aiden, how long have you been playing pool? I'm sorry, did you hear me, kiddo? How long have you been playing pool, Aiden? We have lost sound. Can't hear you. There we go. One more time, kiddo. Can you turn it up just a little? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, when we're live, we're going to have a couple of hiccups. Nothing. I can hear the static in the background. Try it now, Aiden.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Where it goes. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that happens sometimes. We hit a button, everything goes wonky. Okay, so Aiden says he works around 20 hours a week, and he's going in. You said IT?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, nice career. Nice career. Um, let me pull up a couple of questions. I did have a couple of things for you. How often do you practice during the week, Aiden?
Um, I practice at least 4 hours a day. I try to get 5, 6, depending on my work days.
Okay. Do you have a Fargo rating right now?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. This kid plays pretty strong. He went out, I believe it was Texas, wasn't it? And faced off against Billy Thorpe. Could you
Yes,
tell us
ma'am.
a little bit on how did this even come to pass?
So Greg Fowler out of Tupelo was helping me get in contact with Mark Gonzalez and Phil and all them. And once we got approved for the undercard match, we got it all set up with the weight and all that. But that was all between them. I had no say in the weight. And then after that, we just kind of went from there.
Okay. Well, for those of us out in the pool scene who are not familiar that there was even a match made with a junior and Billy Thorpe, could you tell us what the spot was and what the game was, please?
10 to 15 race, and the last two.
Okay. So how did you fare? Could you tell us what the what rack was your best rack against Billy? I mean, you're playing one of the best bank men in the area at the time, so it had to have been some tough action for 17-year-old coming out of Mississippi.
Yes, ma'am. I was nervous for sure, but I'd say the first 4 or 5 racks out on the first set was probably my best that I had.
Awesome. Great. I'm sorry, I'm checking on some other things.
Oh, you're fine.
So what was the final score at the end? And what you said it was a race to, was it 20 or a race to 10?
10 to 15.
10 to 15. Okay. So what was the final score? You said
I think it was 5 each set, both sets.
okay. All right. Well, you hung in there. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
The comments were not.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was that?
The comments were not. But
all right. Do you have a home pool room that you play out of during
yes,
when you do
ma'am.
play?
I have a little bar box downstairs, but I had to get it refelted and releveled and rails put on it. So
Okay. All right. Nice. Do you have a favorite place that you normally play pool when you go out?
I mainly go up to South Haven with my dad and play up there.
Okay. I believe I met you. I don't think it was South Haven. Didn't I run into you in Meridian?
Yes, ma'am.
May have been a while ago. I think it was Meridian. Chuck Bar Diamond has a comment for you. It says, I played on the Miller High Life Tour back in the 70s and won a few. And second and thirds, keep playing and don't give up, Aiden. Thanks so much for the comment, Chuck. We appreciate it. Okay, South Haven Rec's a great place for the young ones to come and learn the game. The pool time's not bad for the kids. I think it's free pool up until you're how old?
I want to say 12.
12 years old. So they're giving out free pool over at South Haven Rec. That's south of Memphis in the state of Mississippi. It's northern Mississippi. So hats off to South Haven Rec for giving back to the kids, to the community. It's fantastic.
And that's where I met Blake Johnson at too. That's where me and him became friends at.
You guys are something else. That whole little area between Tupelo, South Haven, and Jackson, I think you guys have made a lot of friends since I started this little journey. You guys are starting to mix with each other, and you're learning a lot from each other. Blake's come a long way in the short 2 years that I've known him. And it's been a pleasure watching you play as well. Your dad couldn't be more proud of you, kiddo.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's in your case, Aiden? What are you playing with right now?
I'm currently playing with the Predator Roadline butt with the Z shaft on it, and I'm using that break cue that I won in your mini game thing that you had going on down there at the junior tournament at the rec.
Okay, awesome. Do you use a jump cue at all?
Yes, ma'am. I have a Mucci 3-piece.
Okay, nice. I was about to ask. Okay. At what age did you begin to play pool?
Around the age of 13.
What got you into it?
My dad brought me into the rec one day and just wanted to show me a few little things. And right after that, I went to the New Year's tournament and played in that.
In Grenada, or are you talking about in South Haven?
In Grenada.
Okay. How did you place over in Grenada?
I was just beginning, so I didn't do very good.
You learned something, though, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Let's see. Do you have a favorite game other than your normal 8 or 9 ball?
I play a lot of tin ball.
Okay. Tin ball started to interest me once I learned how the mechanics of the game started. I got really into it when I met the infamous Rodney Morris and Raj Handal while I was in Tunica, Mississippi at the Ultimate Tin Ball Championships. That was, you were probably, I want to say probably 5. It was a
Yeah, I was
long
young.
time ago. Yes, you were. Persistent Wolf Billiards is in the house. Always a pleasure. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. And we have Morton Brown. Yes, I will be reading the comments live. As long as you guys are nice to my kids, I will read the comments live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Morton. Morton says he didn't know I was reading the comments live. He sent like 5, and the first person that comes in after me is read live. Sorry, Morton. If it's not a big deal, I'm not going to have my my kids tortured over what time it is. And Morton is coming to us from Antigua. So welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Okay, let's keep going. Who has been your biggest motivator or support system throughout your short career so far?
I'd have to say my dad, because he has a 9-foot at his house.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I go down there, me and him are always setting something up to play. And it's always just back and forth with me and him.
Well, at least the challenge is there. You're never short for an opponent.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
dads normally don't go easy on you either.
He don't.
Absolutely not. What has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
Ooh, I'd have to say either playing in Texas with Billy Thorpe or playing or winning Meridian whenever I got 4th down there.
Right, you did so well down there. That was a nice little cushion for that pretty car you've got now.
Yes, ma'am.
Aiden's driving my Mustang. I was kidding with Cheney. I was like, Aiden's got my Mustang. He's like, really? All right, Persistent Wolf Billiards has a question. Is this the Aiden that played with Russian Crush? Not sure. Aiden, is that familiar to you?
I don't recognize it.
Okay, then that would be a no, Persistent. Sorry. Mr. Morton Brown, I was just teasing you, sir. Don't take anything that I say seriously. Thank you so much. You have a great evening, Morton. And thank you so much for joining us tonight and supporting our junior players. Okay, we'll keep going, Aiden. Let's see, what else do we have? What has been your biggest lesson so far in your career?
It's definitely staying humble and trying to help everybody else out and making sure that they're also growing with me.
Good job. I appreciate that. I noticed that some of the older kids, I was at Michael's 43 this weekend with Mr. Aiden Williams, Blake Johnson, and Tanner Floor, and a couple of other young players that I have gotten the wonderful pleasure of getting to know. And that place had a lot of young players, especially the kids, the younger kids. That little blonde little boy, he couldn't have been more than 6 with the bridge.
I think they said he was 9.
9? He was really tiny with the bridge. He did really well. I was very impressed.
He shocked me for sure.
Right? As much as he shot with that bridge, I was extremely impressed. I still hate grabbing one of those myself. It's like it doesn't feel natural.
I have a 8-inch extension from my cue right now that I keep on me at all times just in case I'm gambling on the 9-foot or doing anything like that.
Right. It definitely does help. That's probably been the best invention ever. The bridge is an amazing tool, but it just doesn't compare to being able to control it a little more naturally.
I can't use a bridge because I do everything right-handed, but I shoot pool left-handed.
And so you're completely opposite.
Yeah.
I feel you. I'm left-handed, but I shoot right-handed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just completely insane. It doesn't make
I,
any no,
I refuse to hold my cue in my right hand. I can't do it.
it doesn't feel natural. I need more control,
Mm-mm.
so I shoot opposite-handed. So when I break, I have a softer break. I don't crush it. I feel no need to
Mm-hmm.
do that.
You saw
It'd probably be better.
whenever I break, I like to do that soft break too, where I just try to pocket the wing ball and hold the cue ball on the center table, and just run out.
Right. That's my game plan. It doesn't always work out that way, but that's my game plan every time I get to the table.
I try to.
Right. And do you have a favorite professional player that
Yes,
you look
ma'am.
up to?
I would definitely say Roland Garcia, just because me and him have traveled together, and we've actually built a very close friendship, and he's been helping me out a lot. So
Roland
I
is
have to.
one phenomenal person in general. Away from the pool table itself, he has a heart of gold. His entire family does. They are the nicest group of people I've ever met in my life, and Roland is the only one I've ever actually met in person. The Garcias are amazing people. They all of that whole group of ambassadors from the Philippines are amazing. You have Roland, you have Roberto, you have Dennis, Efren. All of these players are phenomenal, but Roland is I have to say he's one of my favorites. He's
Yes, ma'am.
he takes a lot of time out with the kids, especially.
Hmm.
He's you can tell his heart's where it needs to be.
Like
Definitely.
down in Marie.
Oh, okay. 1 second. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I think you hit your button. Every time your phone drops, you hit the button. Okay, go ahead. You said when you and Roland were in Meridian, Mississippi.
Yeah, and he was helping out Tanner Floor after their match. He's always been a really humble and very nice guy to everybody.
Absolutely. Hats off to Roland Garcia. Thank
Hmm.
you so much for cultivating the sport for our junior players. They really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And let's keep moving forward. What is one tournament you would love to attend and why?
Mm, Probably Iron City, just because I know everybody there, and Joey and all of them are very great people, and they
Mhm.
know what they're doing with the tournaments.
Absolutely. Joey knows what's going on. There's something about Henderson. Him and Wesley, boy, they bring a crowd. We only have a few more years unless we can change the law there for you, buddy. We got to get a law changed. Okay, let's keep going. How have you handled the pressures associated with pool so far, physically and mentally? Um, Over the years, I mean, you're a little older than some of the other kids that I've actually had the pleasure of interviewing. So your answers are going to be slightly different. From when you were around 12 and 13 when you first started, do you feel you've matured over that short period of time on the pool table? I mean, you've learned quite a bit in that short 4 years, but do you think you've handled all of those pressures better now versus a few years ago?
Yes, ma'am, for sure. Me being around and playing with pros and all that has really helped me build nerves, and playing multiple tournaments, going to travel and all that has really helped out a lot too.
Okay. Those hours are they help are you learning anything from all of those long grinding hours? I know that the mental fatigue with an adult, just us being adults, that mental fatigue, it gets at you around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when you're trying to finish a tournament and they're telling you we're not going to stop until the last person falls, especially
Hmm.
Meridian, Mississippi. How did you handle that all night grind?
I just told myself to keep on taking it one game at a time, and to keep on just. I'm playing good. I mean,
All right, that's the best you can say. That's it right there. That's the best. That's the best that you can do. If you're in a grind like that and it's your first major event, and you finished fourth, so that's a big feat in itself. Chuck would like to know, did you ever play Mr. Reyes? Have you ever had the opportunity to get in the box with Efren Reyes?
Yes, ma'am. He came down to my hometown, Cleveland, Mississippi, and I played him 3 times on a 9 foot. And after that, he came over and played me in Banks on the bar box.
How is other than 10 ball, do you play any one pocket? Obviously you do play Banks. What's your one pocket game like?
I don't practice one pocket much because I'm
So
more of a
you
fast pace.
okay.
I'd rather keep it at a
We're
medium
gonna
pace
keep
instead
that
of.
under our hats in case something comes up at a later date from Mr. Williams. So if anyone would like to get in touch with Aiden, just contact me on my social media page. Be more than happy to get you in touch with him or his dad. Okay, Chuck, thank you so much for the question. And we'll move it right along with the next question. Do you currently have a practice regime that you go to when you're on your off time, when you're not in the box getting ready to match up with someone or another tournament?
I'll definitely try to hold my cue ball and do drills for cue ball control
Mm-hmm.
and set up certain shots like straight in and stuff like that, long distance straight in, and practice those until I can get it spot on to where I want it to be.
Okay. Do you have a table size preference?
I prefer to be on a 7 foot. That's just where I've grown up on.
Mm-hmm. Well, the state of Mississippi has been gaining in momentum by adding more diamond tables. How do you feel
Hmm.
about the diamond invasion in the state of Mississippi?
I like the diamond tables just because of the tighter pockets and it
Mm-hmm.
makes it harder to make balls on. And once you get on a bar box, like a regular bar box, it's a lot easier to make the balls.
Right.
And
Okay. I think that helped Rodney excuse me, helped out the winner of Michael's 43 this weekend with those tables being slightly different because he had been on a table
mhm,
prior to that. So I think you're right. It's definitely helping the younger generation out a lot since those
mhm.
tables are starting to float further into the state of Mississippi.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. And if you could fast forward 10 years, Aiden, where do you see yourself in the billiards community?
I'm wanting to go pro and nine ball, but it all just depends on how everything leads up to it.
Okay. I foresee you doing a little bit of both. I think you'll do both. I think you'll go for the degree, get
Hmm.
it, and play semi-pro. That's what I see going for you because I think you like having some stability in your life.
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
think that I don't think the pool's going to hack it for you. That instability, I don't think that'll hack it for you. But yeah, I see you going semi-pro. If not, taking a year off and pulling a Nick Dillion and see if you can get on that Moscone Cup.
Hmm.
I think that
That's one of my main goals is to be on the Moscone in the future.
okay. It's anything's possible. Anything's possible right now for sure. Um, what advice would you give newcomers to the game? You know, younger generations. You know, like the 9-year-old. If he came up to you and said, "I really want to play as well as you do," what advice would you give them?
Practice drills, staying down, and working on fundamentals.
Fantastic. Great answer. I'm loving that answer. Absolutely. And the last two important questions of the evening. Do you feel, Aiden, personally, that the media, the tournament directors, the venues, do you feel like we're giving you guys enough? Do you think we're doing enough for the junior players, or can we do better? Is there something that we're lacking that the kids need? You guys talk amongst each other. You're not necessarily going to tell the adults what you need. Do you feel like we're doing enough, or can we bring our game a little better?
Y'all are definitely doing enough. I just wish we could see more junior type events around Mississippi because I just set one up between me and Jet Crosby. Me and him are supposed to be setting up something at the end of the year,
Okay.
and if we could get more of that into
Okay.
the junior stuff,
So more
like junior
challenge
tournaments,
matches.
yes, ma'am, stuff like that, it could really
Okay.
help out. I think.
Fantastic. We'll see what we can do about that. Maybe we can get some more things involved. As we expand, there's more things being brought up to the surface. So there's definitely going to be more tournaments, more challenge matches, and that kind of thing coming into fruition. Hopefully soon for you guys, as long as we keep pushing, for sure.
Yes,
And the big question of the evening is what I ask all my juniors. Say Donald Trump handed me a big bag of money and said, Tracy, I'm going to let Aiden spend this money, but he cannot spend it on himself. He's going to write you $100,000 check. What would you do with it?
I'd probably donate half of it to a charity, and donate a quarter of it probably to pool, like the Junior Billiard Scholarship Fund,
Mm-hmm.
and then probably give my parents the other quarter.
Very nice. Very nice. That's nice to hear. All right, guys and gals, do you have any questions for Mr. Aiden Williams? He was the young gun who traveled out to Texas to jump in the box with Billy Thorpe. He got Thorped, but he survived. Well, I guess we don't have any questions going on right now. Aiden, what is your next tournament? You have anything coming up soon besides your challenge match with Jet?
Just weekly non-ball tournaments, and then after that, I should be playing the Grenada New Year Open tournament.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best of luck in whatever adventure that you decide you want to get into. And I'm always here if you need me, kiddo. Always here if you need me. Well,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
concludes our interview with Mr. Williams. We're going to let him go and do what he does. He took off tonight from work so he could deal with us. We appreciate it, Aiden. And like I said,
Yes,
good
ma'am.
luck.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. If there's anything I can do for you in the future, you please reach out to me and I'll do what I can.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks, Aiden. Have a great night. Well, that was Aiden Williams coming out of the Mississippi area. I met Aiden down in Meridian, Mississippi a couple of years ago, and the kid plays phenomenal. He was around 15 years old, early 16 years old at the time when I met him, and he's a phenomenal player. These kids are normally natural players. Most of the kids that you see on most of my podcasts are affiliated with each other in one kind of way or another. So on behalf of Inside Pool Magazine, the Junior Billiard Scholarship Fund, and Aiden Williams and his family and Inside Pool Magazine, we appreciate you guys coming out tonight and getting to know Aiden just a little bit. I'm going to run his promo video one more time. Also, remember, guys, there is a tournament going on all the time. If you are hosting a tournament and you will let a junior player into your venue, please contact me. I have junior players waiting patiently to know if they can play in one of your events, and they are willing to travel. So just reach out to me, send me, or you can contact Inside Pool Magazine and let them know that you have an event coming up and you are welcoming our junior players in, and we will make sure that they get that information. Anyway, I'm going to run Aiden's video one more time, and we appreciate it, guys, and thank you so much for following me. And don't forget, make sure you make those donations. And if you check out my Facebook page or you check out Eddie Altman's page, we have some fundraisers going on. And right now, our fundraiser is for the Great Panda. There's a link in our bio for that information on how to donate. You purchase something, they donate some money to us, and we would appreciate it. So thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with another junior. And I'm going to try to pull Nick DeLeon out, and let's have a discussion chat with him in the next couple of days. Anyway, this is Diva signing out, and that was Aiden Williams. You guys have a great night. We'll see you next time. Later.